let me just say how I got this artist above the devil.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I did some shit that people we live, right?
Yeah, we live.
I did some shit that people basically wouldn't do. So this is what I did. I wanted to go to LA and shit. I packed my whole crib up and shit, and I wanted to go to LA and shit. I got tired of living here and shit, right?
Yeah.
Long story short, I made it to North Carolina. I went down there with I forgot bro name right now. I'm gonna get it together. But I went down there to North Carolina and I did a song with bro real quick and I breezed out of there. I went to Atlanta. I really liked Atlanta when I got there, that I wanted to stay there. I didn't even want to leave there. I knew that it was a lot of motion. You could just tell. You could see it from as soon as you go into Atlanta, you could tell the structure is different, the buildings is different. You know when you go down, it's like you see how like we in Syracuse. When you go downtown, you go on downtown, you probably going to the Civic Center or some shit. You from it's not that many places where you could be going. The structure, the places, is like the on centers down there, mad Justice Center shit, courts and all that. When you go downtown here, that's where you going. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
In Atlanta, when you going downtown, like that's where all the prestige shit is at. Even if it's restaurants, that's where they charging you some money to come up in here. That's like downtown Atlanta. Then you got other parts of Atlanta like Druid Hills, shit like that. I was in Druid Hills, like you get what I'm trying to say. Down there,
Yeah.
Brody, they got nothing but money. But long story short, so I signed up for a job, right? I signed up for a job on purpose. I never had an intent to work at this job, but I basically signed up to be an A&R at a record label that was underneath Universal. Excuse me, that was underneath Universal and shit like that. I knew they wasn't a big label, but I knew they did business with Universal, and that's all I needed. So I already had a plan from the door to walk in there, act like I was trying to be an A&R. If you don't know what A&R is, A&R is somebody who a label hires to scout talent, basically, to see the people. Most people get signed because A&Rs discovered them or viewed their music, and then they took it to Diddy or they took it to the people who matter. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So I was acting like I was an A&R. If you know how to be an A&R, you know you got to go to school for that shit. You have to go to some type of teaching before you could get hired for that. I didn't do none of that. I just went to the interview. When I went to the interview, I knew I had my music, and I knew that if I let them hear this music, all I needed them to do was hear the music. They might not listen to what I'm saying, but if I could get them to listen to the music, I knew that this is what they do. We in a building where everybody in here is making money off of music creation, and I got good music. I need you to hear this music. It was just as simple as that. So I'm acting like the interview, got dressed up, all that, went in there. I talked to a dude named Frank Taylor. You could G-check this all that. He the CEO of Taylor Made Records. That's it. They got a partnership with Universal right now, and he a good friend of mine. He do a lot of soundtrack audio for Tyler Perry. He like one of Tyler Perry best friends and shit like that. He good friends with Tyler Perry and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? I was sitting around this dude within 3 days of me being inside Atlanta. Now, when I first got down there, and you could ask me, if you ever talk to this Frank Taylor dude, he's a good dude. He could really put you in a situation, for real. If you go to Atlanta, find out who Frank Taylor is, he could put you in this situation. I'm not just saying that. He a real good dude. He discovered talent, and he really take people from like under the bridge type shit with no money, and he really get them signed. Like me, I just didn't understand the business. I didn't understand the music. When I went down there, I thought like my talent was now. I let that shit go to my head. I'll tell you. But when I was doing business with them, I sat down with him and shit like that, and I let him hear the music. He gave me the contract right then and there. I'm not even gonna get into all of that. I was faking the whole time. He discovered it. He never made it like. He ain't never disrespect me. He ain't walk away from me. He ain't do none of that shit you be seeing on the videos where the artists be disrespecting niggas. Nah, he ain't do none of that. He probably got more money than your favorite artist though. That's a fact. He got money. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I've been in his crib before and all that shit. Man got money. Like, you feel what I'm saying? He ain't disrespecting nothing. Gave me the contract. I signed it. It was for no money. But instead of me, this was the difference. Before this, I was just making music. I was going to studios, paying for people for studio time. Then I got to pay for a mix and master. Then I got to pay to get a video. I got to pay for everything just to sit it on YouTube for free and hope that it get enough views for somebody to come pay me. You get what I'm trying to say? For my music. I got tired of doing that shit. That's not the way that it works. So they showed me how to really do it. Instead of me making music just to make music like that, what he was doing was he was putting me with producers that was producing for Future, that was producing for like Jay Holiday, shit like that. And I was with engineers that was on like the same status. You get what I'm trying to say? All of those things together, putting you in a venue, letting you open up. I opened up for Spot 'em, got 'em. I got real shit going on. I just don't talk about it. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? But this is all shit that you could G-check. If you Google Filet Blicky, all that shit pops up. You will be able to see all the stuff that I'm talking about. But they put you with A1 celebrities. They put you in these venues that people like. You had Grand Hustle. They used to be there a lot. T.I. got a lot of people that come. Like, you'll never see T.I. I'm not telling you that I know T.I. I never spoke to him before, but he had a black dude that had a white girlfriend, and they was like A&Rs, like scouts of Grand Hustle. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't even know how close they was to T.I. I just know that they worked for Grand Hustle. They would come out all the time. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? I didn't identify the other people that was there to see the talent because I didn't know who it was. I was new to this too. I'm from New York. I was in Atlanta. Everything was different. Even from the time when I hit the stage, I knew I was doing everything wrong. I'm there in a t-shirt, jeans, Jordans. I'm thinking I'm fly, but you got, the culture is different. You got people that's born and raised in Atlanta. When they hitting the stage, they got 15 people with them. 5 of them is dancing. They're not even here for no other reason other than to dance for their man's music. It's niggas and bitches. You get what I'm trying to say? One motherfucker might be on the side playing the flute or anything. It doesn't even matter. They dressed up. They got the whole outfit on. They color coordinated all together. This is how they getting money. I'm not telling people that they got to do shit like that or that I had to do shit like that. I just knew that when I seen that shit like that, it's very easy for a scout to be like, oh, we don't got to do too much. We don't got to put so much money behind them to make them look like something. You get what I'm trying to say? Think about it, right? Even if I'm from New York, my friends is not going to fly all the way down here from New York all the way to Atlanta to stand with me on the stage. They're not doing that. It's not the type of people. It sucks, but that's not the type of people that I was around. They're not going to do that. And the label, that's going to cost the label money to do that. They're not going to want you to shoot a video with you the only person in the video. You are here talking about you gangbanging and you got guns and shit like that. They're going to have to put 200 niggas in your video. That's what they're going to have to do. No, for real. This is real shit. Like, they're going to have to put 200 niggas in your video. When you see them niggas in the video with niggas like Lil Durk, that's not all his mans, bro. Swear to God, he don't know all them niggas, bro. He don't, bro, these rappers don't be knowing them niggas, bro. All these, the bitches that be there, like shaking their ass in the video, they all get paid from the label to be there. They don't even know the rapper. They don't know the rapper don't know them. They all met each other there for the video. This is all purposes for this video. Everything you see in the music video is what the label put together, and everybody shows up on the day that it's time to shoot the, I'm talking the producer, the engineer, whoever the fuck is in the video. We get the illusion that it's the rapper that's doing all of this shit. Like, it's like he's the nigga that's paying he's not paying for none of that shit. He's there like everybody else. The rapper is just at the lowest level. Like, I promise you, just like anybody, the producer make more than the rapper, the engineer make more than the rapper, the CEO make more than the rapper. Everybody makes more than the rapper, but the rapper is the person that's going to be broadcasted for everything. Therefore, I'm telling you this because if you are a rapper, you could rap, you could be as nice at rap as you want to. You could make a song in 16 seconds if that's what you do. But if they can't make no money off of you, you not getting signed. Period. You're not going nowhere. Nobody's gonna pick you up. It's a money. I'm not saying that it's all about money, but it's a business thing. Nobody's going in business to lose money. If they can't make money off you, all that talent shit that you're talking about, you could be the nicest person ever. But that talent without the business mind, you're not going nowhere. And that's where I fucked up at. They put me right in the door. I was doing shows within 2 days of me seeing the Frank Taylor dude. I was opening up for rappers. I was opening up for they local artists, and they was like local artists in Atlanta, but they was big artists to the people that was in Atlanta. You get what I'm trying to say? They know these motherfuckers. Every time I hit the stage, I gotta tell them niggas like I'm from New York. I never even told them nothing about Syracuse, because technically I'm not even from Syracuse. I'm from Brooklyn. You get what I'm trying to say? I just lived my whole life in Syracuse. You get what I'm trying to say? But I never even purposely broadcasted Syracuse, and I'm gonna tell you why rappers don't do shit like that, right? Because the audience, y'all don't do enough. It's not big enough. Like, if you in Syracuse, imagine you going to a place like Miami, right? And you telling people you from Syracuse, right? The population of Syracuse is so small. So people don't even know what you're talking about or where you talking about when you say in Syracuse. It don't even sound right to them Syracuse. You from Syracuse, they try to be funny about the shit, all type of shit. Like it sounds foreign to them. They never heard about that shit in their life. You get what I'm trying to say? So I just tell people I'm from New York. If you ask me where I'm from, I'm gonna tell you where I was born at. I was born in Brooklyn. That's why I'm gonna tell you where I'm from. I don't even get into all the other shit like that. Once a person is lit and all that, then you could tell a nigga your story, like doing an interview like this. Then you got time to break all that shit down. Why you doing all that? You don't want to do all that because why? They fuck with New York so much that you don't even got to get into all of that. I promise you, don't matter where you go in America. You could go to any state. I've been in multiple different states in America. Don't matter what state you go in America. Everybody love people from New York or they hate people from New York. But either way it go, they're going to fuck with you. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? They're not going to kill you because you're from New York. It's not no shit like that. Stop listening to people. They love you. You go to Miami, Atlanta, North Carolina. These are all places that I've been to. All you got to do is tell people that you're from New York, instant motion. I'm telling you. They're going to point you in the right direction. They love you. They want to talk like you. They like your bop. They're gonna ask you mad questions and shit about where you live. Is it skyscrapers? Did you ever see Donald Trump? That type of shit. Like they gonna ask you mad questions. Do you know Ja Rule, Jay-Z, whoever? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what people do though. But that's what I was down there doing. I signed the artist development deal and they helped me out. They put me in there. But the purpose, I say all that to say this. The purpose when you sign an artist development deal is not so you can make music for YouTube, not so you can have music so your mom could congratulate you for it, or your baby mother could be like, oh yo, he's a good rapper. Like, yeah, of course she's gonna say you're a good rapper. Like, you could be horrible, she's gonna say you're a good rapper. You need the people that's gonna actually pay you for the money. That's the things. The money that they're paying you for your music is the thank you. I'm not saying that like only thing that matters is the money, but that's literally the thank you. You can say that I got good music and all that, but you're gonna show me that I got good music when you willing to spend some money that you work hard for or not hard for, and you willing to contribute to somebody's success inside of their music. That's when you thanking them for their good music. Like you showing them that, alright, cool, now you got good music. I got it fucked up. I let it go to my head. When I went down there, I didn't have to make music for the street, so none of my music was getting spit out. I got a lot of music right now that's not even on YouTube right now, but it's purpose. I signed contracts not to do that. You get not to release music to the streets because they taking the music. You got people that's engineered that could sue the shit out you. You can't do that. So when you make a song, right, it's multiple different parts. When you make a song, right, you don't own that song. So if you the dumb little nigga, I gotta look at the camera when I say, if you the dumb little nigga that goes inside of somebody's studio and you think because he spit out an MP3 copy to you of your song and you uploaded this shit on YouTube and you think this your song, make $1 million off your song. Let your song go viral. You're gonna see right there you don't own none of that shit that's in that song. If you know about music and you know about the business of music and you ever had something like what is it, ASCAP or BMI or any one of those shits like that, if you ever had that like that, you will see that every time you register these songs underneath BMI or ASCAP, you have to break down the ownership of the song. You have to see who the writer of the song, who the producer, who the rapper, who the engineer. When you're the rapper, you just own 50% of the song. It's not your song. You get what I'm trying to say? You just own the lyrics that's on the song. You're an author. That's it. That's all you doing. It's authoring the song. The beat, the manufacturer for the song is whoever creates the song. So if you go inside of somebody else's studio and they create the song in Fruity Loops or whatever, FL Studio, whatever you use, Pro Tools, whatever. If they create the song inside of those, he who owns that original copy, that's the master. That's who owns the song. This is why you see people like Taylor Swift or whatever that get famous and they start arguing with people about their song, people that you never heard of in your life, because that's the little nigga that's in the studio that recorded this bitch, that she walked inside the studio and spent that $50. Now she's arguing with that nigga because now he know he made $1 million. He never had $1 million in his life. You think he about to give her money? Fuck no. In his mind, that's his song. She gonna have to pay that nigga for that. If she want it back, this is how those things happen. I had to learn this shit as I was going. I got a song out right now called Felping in the Water that I swear to God I can't do shit with the song right now because of this very reason. And it's probably one of the best songs that I got, but I can't do nothing with the song right now until I pay the nigga that made the beat, that made the song, that engineered the song. I gotta pay him. And it's not even no real money. It's not even no real money. It's $600. I just was stubborn. Like, I didn't want to pay him that. I didn't understand how it worked. Imagine somebody telling you, like, after you already put yourself in a situation to go inside of a studio where they supposed to be paying for everything, and then now the nigga who recorded you that already got paid from the label is telling you, like, yo, bro, you can't release that song. Because if you release that song, I could technically sue you for that money. And he know that I don't even got the money that he would be able to sue me for. And that's the only reason why he telling me, or he wouldn't even told me this shit. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? But he pulled me up and he actually broke it down to me like, yo, for $600, I'll just let you get your song. Like, you from saying, I'm gonna pay the nigga the $600. This was 3 years ago. What am I so? This was 3 years ago, bro. Because a nigga got in a feeling. I started thinking like, oh, yo, the talent is mine. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? I'm starting to think like, I'm the nigga who rapping. Y'all make these beats and y'all do this shit, but until I rap on this shit, nigga, this shit not going nowhere. I started thinking like that until you understand like everybody gotta eat from the song. When you see the importance of making a song, like you put yourself in other people's shoes, you can't tell a nigga who made the beat he's not as important as you and you rapping on the song. Niggas beats make niggas songs. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Niggas beat make, most of these niggas is trash. I ain't even gonna lie, but a motherfucker gonna bop to the beat. Bitches gonna shake their ass to the beat. They don't know what the fuck this nigga on the song talking about. Or the hood don't even care what the nigga on the song talking about. But if the beat good, the nigga, like, you understand what I'm saying? That shit gonna take over like mentally. But that's what I did though. I started going to these clubs, Word of My Soul. I started like trying to be like the people that I seen. So when I seen niggas pulling up with bodyguards and shit, I'm blood. I was banging. So I went down there in Atlanta. I was in the trenches. But they trenches is a little bit different than our trenches. Like, our trenches got busted windows out. Niggas got, they trenches, niggas is pulling up in Porsche trucks with rims on it and shit like that. Lil Baby probably over there or some shit like that. Facts, nigga really in the hood, for real. Baby run Atlanta. No, for real. Baby really run Atlanta. If you ever been in Atlanta or the hood, you can see Baby run Atlanta. That nigga got niggas out there selling water right now. So that nigga, man, I never even met this nigga, but Baby is very influential down there in Atlanta. You can pull up in the P's and anywhere, you could tell who everybody know Baby. Word of My Soul, Lil Baby, everybody know that nigga, bro. But I was in the trenches with these niggas, Lil Baby niggas, and I don't even know Baby. I don't even think these was the 4PF niggas or nothing like that, but these niggas knew Baby. And I was with them niggas, so we knew Baby. Word of My Soul. Type shit. Chilling with these niggas in the P's and all that, Word of My Soul, go through it. But that's the type of shit I was into. I go there, I get some bodyguards with the homies, Word of My Soul. And they wasn't even no real bodyguards, just niggas that had pistols. Word of Hood, and Atlanta is a different ball game. They got licenses for pistols down there and all that. You don't need no permits and all like how we needed in New York and lockdown. Them niggas could carry their gun on them as long as they don't conceal it. So like as long as they got their gun in a holster, showing on a shoulder strap, anything like that, they in it. They in there in the mall. Please don't go to Atlanta and try to run up on no nigga thinking you Word of My Kills. They could kill you. They could kill you. No, for real, bro. If you know, you know. They can kill your ass, and they not doing no jail time. I'm telling you, they not going to jail, no nothing. Don't run up on no nigga down there. They got different laws. They got that shit on their hip in the mall. Everywhere I went, at the aquarium, Word of Soul, they got.
Nigga said the aquarium.
Word of my dead friends, brother. I'm not lying. The people can't tell them they can't bring their gun in here, bro. Word of Hood, they got pistols all over Atlanta, nigga. Lakeview Mall, Word of My Kids. What's the other mall? It's Lakeview Mall. What's the other shit? Lennox Mall, Word of Hood. That's where you're gonna see all the famous people at. I'm valet parking, nigga, at Lennox, Word of Hood. Valet park, like $50 or some shit like that. Nigga fucked around and hopped out next to Missy Elliott last time I was down there. Missy Elliott ain't even know who the fuck I was. I promise you. Never spoke to the lady, no nothing. But I hopped out. I valet parked in Lennox Mall. I hopped out next to Missy Elliott. I seen this stuff. Oh, funny shit, right? I know I was talking about that, but Word of My Kids, right? True story, right? This nigga a rat anyway, right? Word of Hood, I opened up for Spot 'em, got him, right? I opened up for Spot 'em, got him. The label paid me some light shit. I got paid like $1,300 to open up for him, but it was bigger than that. I had all his fans. This when he was doing the beatbox shit. It was lit. Everybody was doing the dance and all that type of shit like that. So I opened up for him. I did 2 songs and shit like that. And Cosmopolitan Theater, Word of My Soul, opened up for this nigga. Word of Hood, the nigga pissed me off, right? The nigga didn't even acknowledge me and shit. Word of My Kids, brody. Nigga didn't acknowledge me or nothing. Like, he never even shook my hand or nothing. This is a true story. Nigga never even shook my hand or nothing. I got mad as fuck. Right? like, I'm thinking I'm about to take a picture with this nigga and shit. That's why I never tell people about this shit, right? Because it's like, if you opened up for Spot 'em, got him, nigga, where the picture at and shit? Cuz never took a picture with me and shit, this bitch ass nigga. And he like, not like that, but this nigga's a bitch, cuz, where the hood? He like this big, like them. Cuz small as fuck. Like, if you ever see Spot, like, they be making him look even bigger. Like, he looks short on camera, but he's really, like Brody probably about as height as like the same height as this camera. My soul like that ass, like the same like level. Brody small as fuck, like bad. Bitch look stupid. Like you feel what I'm saying? But the nigga never feel me. And word of how I got tight at the nigga. 3 days later, word of my soul, I seen this nigga in South Lake Mall, right? I bumped into him, chest to chest, right? Asked my brother Lando, word of her. Y'all know Lando was there, word of my kids. Lando was there, Shane was there, word of her, and Connie was there. That's a fact. If y'all know these people, ask these people, they were there. I bumped into the nigga spot. Y'all would not believe what this nigga was doing. Bumped into this nigga in South Lake Mall. This nigga was in the mall boosting, brody. I don't know what they call it down there, but where we at, we call that boosting. If you go in the store and you remove anything out the store and you walk out the store without paying for it, that's boosting. And that's what him and his whole crew was doing. And the security guard was like, they was in front of the security. This is how I bumped into the nigga, right? Usually it's supposed to be the security guard first and then all the niggas he protecting or the nigga he protecting in the back. They was leaving this nigga. He was moving too slow. Word of hood, this nigga bumped at me chest to chest. I didn't even know it was this nigga at first until my brother told me, oh, that's the spot him, got him nigga right there. Then he was just open up for this nigga. We just seen this nigga. Because he know the nigga. He was with me when I opened up for the nigga. Word of hood, I'm looking. Word of my soul, they beelining out the mall and the mall stealing. Word of my kids. I was like, yo, bro, I never really heard nothing about that nigga. He never made another song after that, no nothing. I swear to God, I would never make this story up. I swear to God, that man was in the mall stealing. And I'm only telling this story because 3 days before that, he was the man. The nigga frowned upon me, where the hell, he just opened up a show, and he was getting money. I'm pretty sure they paid the nigga to go to the show and all that, but I really feel like that's Atlanta. Like, I feel like everybody doing that, like, in Atlanta, like, that is a big scam. Like, it's a big scam in Atlanta, but that nigga was in the bar stealing. What I almost caught his ass myself. What like, fuck is you doing there? But yeah, that's my experience on that shit.